We already know Viacom's terrible, so let's just get to the point. Remember Cell? Well, he's just barely survived his fight with Gohan, and now he's split himself into two vessels to gather an army to ultimately grab my Nerf Power Sword. And believe me when I say that he's always known everything. He knows who we are. He knows where we live. He knows how we came to be. To sum up, we need each other now more than ever.
Alright, one last screw there and gun.
Oh, thanks. Certainly been a while.
Welcome aboard the Hagman Enterprises Midwestern headquarters in beautiful Retroville, Texas. And man, oh man, have we missed out on a lot of new stuff since we've been gone. Another new run of Twitch Plays Pokemon open and shut like that. And if that's not enough for ya, we got what Squeenix slates to be the final Kingdom Hearts game until what the casual market will call the third one. Sugar-coated with some new dirt on a globalist antichrist that's just ready to be thwarted on a Tuesday night by an unlikely hero that's been ripped straight out of a live-action adaptation of Smash King.
And I suspiciously have an inexplicable bag of candy in my hand, which means we've passed the first phase, Halloween, of the holiday clusterfuck wind-down of the year. So it means we've got 3 videos left in us before we close up shop for 2016. I'm gonna have to start with something short and sweet to get back into the groove of things, you know? But which short should I pick?
What a Cartoon is an anthology series of short cartoons engineered by Fred Siebert to farm new creative talent for Cartoon Network. Plenty of your favorite shows spawned from this initiative. Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, heck, hell even Butch and Seth, as deplorable as they may be, got their humble beginnings on this show before launching their own programs respectively.
But then you have the one-offs, the tunes that just never make it out of the initial short phase. And this is what led me to Kitchen Casanova, mainly because a lot of comparisons to a prior target back in Season 2 have popped up in recent years. Enough chit-chat about the captain's observations, let's get to the gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen of the mob, time to riot loose with a fandom arson of 1996's Kitchen Casanova by John McIntyre. Belts up, gang! And let's hope I know how to do this still.
No, unacceptable.
Belts up, gang! And let's hope I still know how to do this.
The short begins in the suburbs, where our titular Casanova is preparing his big meal by putting carrots and tomatoes in the blender to chop them up. All whilst his dog is literally begging for food, but the hero refuses as tonight is his big date with his love interest.
Can't say I blame him. I'd leave my dog out cold if my proverbial Lois Lane was coming over for dinner. Hey, shut up, Aries! That was a long time ago. Now go back to your crate!
Said lady arrives in her car, which she does some last-minute cleaning on while our main character fantasizes about her.
To a wonderful meal with a wonderful woman.
Really? At least I try to focus when I fantasize, you numbsnut.
We get a bit of silly, cycliptic comedy with the two looking for each other before ultimately starting off the date on the wrong foot. Nothing a bit of music can't fix, I always say.
Dude, your dog?
Now, how about a toast to a very pleasant night?
60s Clump tries to turn his egg timer off, but he ends up dropping it in the stew with no choice but to reach inside the boiling water and get himself burned.
Aw, a young woman conformist, how cute. See, this type of shallow characterization is acceptable only in 7-minute shorts.
Now, if you can fill a female character with more personality than what's commonly acceptable in these kind of shorts, that's simply spectacular. Sidewalk, pictured here, is about a young girl accepting her ever-changing body for what it is, which is a spectacular moral for women of any age, and that's coming from me, a guy who came for spontaneous growth spurts. But in an age of higher storytelling standards for film, TV shows, video games, or what have you, there is literally no excuse for writing a generic girl character instead of a character that just happens to be a girl. And in case you're wondering, Sony, no, we have not in fact forgotten about Ghostbusters Answer the Call. 60s Clump proposes a toast as his turkey starts a-burnin'. He tries to move it out of the oven, but he burns his hands again, causing him to fling the turkey outside, slugging love interest's car in the process. The poor schmuck's last hope is to prepare a simple salad for two, but through the convenient winds of summertime, his cookbook leads him page by page, ingredient by ingredient, utensil by utensil, into an absolute disaster roll. Now, here's the real kicker here. She tries it, she likes it, and she's never tasted the main character's cooking up until this one moment. This is an area where this short succeeds where our first blood of Season 2 failed. In the Fairly OddParents episode labeled Food Fight, Brad Wurst ate some of Mrs. Turner's wish-enhanced sweets before chowing down on her normal cooking. And it's like comparing a sausage field to the nasty patty from SpongeBob. So there's no way he would have been willing to taste it had Timmy not intervened and saved her ass.
What? That doesn't make any damn sense!
And this is one of the funnier episodes of the SpongeBob clone that predicted the World Series going to the Cubs.
And so the two lovebirds gorge on their meaty little meal and live goofy person chewing on a horse's leg ever after.
What a lovely couple.
Conclusion.
This is the type of Looney Tunes humor that you've been looking for. A tune where a guy screws up the edible portion of his dinner date is nothing new, but art style and fluid animation help prevent some drags in plot, but not all of them. See the scene where love interest cleans the house to understand why. I mean, dang, I haven't felt a drag that tedious since Late Fees, an episode which marked the literal death of the Sonic Boom franchise's integrity. Why do I get the feeling that I'm forgetting something? But the way that John McIntyre handled the old "don't knock it till you try it" moral deserves a second viewing on its own. Yeah, I'm a bit blown away as to how a short from the 90s can outshine a show from 2016, but I hear it's from Cartoon Network Play Studio, and not its comedy studio, so that might explain a few things. All in all, it gets a pretty dang high spot on the search for the worst. Not as high as the grades I've seen in 2016, but it's a damn good start if I do say so myself. I've seen better this year, but then again I've seen worse. Now, I've heard whispers of the captain digging into other shorts from the What a Cartoon collection after the selection writes up, and with the show these 7 minutes put on, I can definitely see why.
But those are just my humble opinions. Feel free to share yours in the comments below. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you're a conformist. Follow us on social media if you feel so inclined. And if you like what we do and want us to keep growing, then give us a little nibble at our Patreon and take a bit of kindness in your heart and drop some money thrown our way. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for riding loose with our fandom arson. Spread the word and join the resistance. And until all are one, good fight, good night, and